Welcome back. Thanks very much for staying with us. You are watching WION World is One with me, Raisha Saigal, and this is Speed News, where we get you the latest from all across the globe. Let's get you started. India has reported its first case of human metapneumovirus. According to the sources, an 8-month-old infant has been reportedly infected with the virus and has no travel history linked to China. The case has been reported from the Indian state of Karnataka. However, the state health department is yet to confirm. After China, Malaysia has reported major rise in human metapneumovirus (HMPV) cases in recent months. In 2024, Malaysia saw 327 HMPV cases, which is a 45% rise from 225 cases reported in 2023. Given the rise, the Malaysian Health Ministry has urged people to remain vigilant and practice preventive measures such as washing hands with soap, wearing a face mask and covering the nose and mouth while sneezing. However, the ministry emphasized that HMPV is not a new disease, adding that a spike in respiratory tract infections at the beginning and end of the year is an expected phenomenon. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has warned political parties, specifically the leadership of the Pakistan Muslim League, to not become a part of its war against the security forces. The TTP has also issued an ultimatum to public to end links to military businesses within 3 months, adding that it will now target any army-owned enterprises in Pakistan. These statements were released by Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan spokesperson Mohammad Khorasani in a message to Pakistan's ruling parties. The banned terrorist group said it was only fighting against and targeting security forces. However, it will not hesitate to target the leadership of the Muslim League. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in South Korea, marking the beginning of his final overseas trip before President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. His visit comes at a critical time when the South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol faces a deepening political crisis following his brief declaration of martial law. Blinken has met Foreign Minister Cho Tae-Yul and other senior government officials to discuss ways to build on the US-South Korea cooperation on global challenges. South Korean military has claimed that North Korea has launched a ballistic missile towards the East Sea. The launch was carried out ahead of US Secretary of State Antony Blinken's South Korea visit. This was Pyongyang's first missile launch this year. Last in November, North Korea test-fired its most advanced solid-fueled intercontinental ballistic missile. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has condemned North Korea missile launch. The Secretary of State has said that the launch is yet another violation of multiple UNSC resolutions. He further added that the US believed that Russia was expanding space cooperation with North Korea in exchange for its troops in the Ukraine war. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau may resign this week, according to a report in the Canadian media, The Globe and Mail, citing 3 anonymous sources. They have reported that Trudeau is expected to resign as the Liberal Party leader as early as on Monday. The sources told the publication that they don't know definitely when Trudeau will announce his plans to leave, but said they expect it will happen before a key National Caucus meeting on Wednesday. The report added that it remains unclear whether Trudeau will leave immediately or stay on as the Prime Minister until a new leader is selected. The man responsible for the truck attack in New Orleans is said to have built 2 bombs with a very rare explosive compound. Senior law enforcement officials say that the compound has never been used in a US or Europe terror attack. Investigators are now exploring how Shamsuddin Jabbar learned to make these explosives, whether he was taught by an individual or organization. The bombs were found in coolers on Bourbon Street, the same place where Jabbar killed 14 people and injured 35 others by ramming a pickup truck into a crowd. Jabbar was killed in a shootout with police on the day of the attack. FBI said that if New Orleans police had not responded as quickly as they did, Jabbar could have detonated the bombs. On social media, he had earlier declared his allegiance to the Islamic State group. An online spat has broken out between billionaire Elon Musk and UK Reform Party leader Nigel Farage, relating to UK far-right activist also known as Mumi Robot, who is currently serving a prison sentence. Now, the relationship between Musk and Farage, previously thought to be harmonious, saw a rapid decline as Musk withdrew his support to the British leader. Musk said that UK needed a new leader and that Farage did not have what it takes. This comes just weeks after reports surfaced that billionaire was ready to donate to Nigel's party. Venezuela's opposition has called for mass protest on January 9th, a day before President Nicolas Maduro begins his 3rd term. This comes after a widely disputed re-election of President Maduro in July 28th presidential polls. In a post on social media site X, opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has asked people of the country to come out and protest against the poll results and also President Maduro. Machado has claimed that Maduro was defeated in the July 28th elections by her party's contestant Edmundo Gonzalez. However, the Venezuelan electoral authorities declared Maduro the winner of the election shortly after the voting, but did not release the detailed results. Indonesia has launched an ambitious $4.3 billion free meal program to combat stunted growth due to malnutrition, a key election promise of President Prabowo Subianto. Prabowo has pledged to provide nutritious meals free to millions of school children and pregnant women, saying it would improve their quality of life and strengthen economic growth. At least 190 kitchens run by third-party catering services opened nationwide, including some run by military bases, and were busy preparing meals from midnight before distributing them to school children and pregnant ladies. At least 12 people have been killed in latest Israeli airstrikes in Gaza in the last 24 hours. As per the Health Ministry, at least 88 people had been killed in the past 24 hours. The IDF in a statement said it targeted a Hamas command center in Khan Yunis and an Islamic Jihad militant in Deir el-Balah. According to the Palestinian health officials, Israel's bombings and ground assault on Gaza has killed more than 45,000 Palestinians, while women and children accounted for more than half the fatalities. However, the officials did not distinguish between civilian and combatant casualties. More than 60 million Americans are under alert as a huge winter storm is forecast to bring the heaviest snowfall and coldest temperatures in over a decade. The National Weather Service has warned of ice, snow and gale force winds in states from the Central Plains to the Mid-Atlantic. 6 U.S. states, namely Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Kansas, Arkansas and Missouri, have declared emergency. Forecasters say that the extreme weather is caused by the polar vortex, an area of cold air that circulates around the polar region. Delhi's air quality has improved, but it continues to remain in very poor category for 5 straight days in a row. The air quality index read 318 at 8 a.m. local time today, and that's according to the Central Pollution Control Board. The pollution regulator's daily report indicated that the average AQI was 339 at 4 p.m. on Sunday, a slight reduction from the previous day's figure of 378. However, experts believe that the AQI will further improve to poor category due to sudden rains in the national capital. At the Consumer Electronics Show 2025 underway at the Las Vegas Convention Center, Yokai Engineering Tokyo-based robotics startup introduced Mirumi, a quirky baby-like robot designed to delight. The furball attaches to a purse and, with a curious tilt of its head, reacts to nearby people. Mimicking a baby's playful expressions of bashfulness and curiosity, inspired by the joy of interacting with infants, Mirumi adds a mischievous twist. Apple CEO Tim Cook has pledged $1 million to support U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration, set for January 20th. The donation follows several high-profile contributions to Trump's inaugural committee from companies like Amazon, OpenAI and Toyota. While Apple, the largest U.S. taxpayer, will not donate as a company, Cook's personal commitment adds to a growing list of corporate donations. This follows a recent legal settlement where Apple agreed to pay $95 million over privacy concerns regarding its Siri assistant. Meta has shut down its AI-powered profiles on Facebook and Instagram after users revived interest in them. These profiles, created in 2023, included characters like a proud black queer mama and Carter, a dating coach. These profiles were meant to engage users with AI-generated images and conversations. However, backlash grew after some users discovered that the creators' team was entirely white and male. Meta had already planned to discontinue most of these AI accounts by summer 2024, but the renewed attention led to the final shutdown. Asian currencies fall to a two-decade low as the dollar remains buoyed by strong U.S. growth. Asian currencies have been swept aside by the dollar's broad gains due to Federal Reserve officials' cautious tone on its interest rate path. The index is also impacted by investor bets that Trump's tariffs could lead to inflationary pressures. The won fell to an over 15-year low in December, while the rupee similarly declined to a fresh record low. Other Asian currencies are still some distance away from their all-time lows, but they have also recently fallen against the dollar. Oil steadied near its highest level in almost 3 months. This comes after some West Asian oil grades strengthened on strong demand from Asian refineries. Traders will be looking out for official selling prices from Saudi Arabia, the biggest exporter. Oil last week followed bullish drivers, including falling U.S. stockpiles and increased unpredictability as Trump prepares to return to the White House. That optimism is being paired by expectations for a glut, the possible revival of OPEC Plus production and lackluster demand from top importer China. Shares in Nippon steel dip on Monday. This marks the first day of trading since U.S. President Joe Biden blocked the Japanese company's planned takeover of United States Steel Corporation. Biden had already expressed his opposition to the deal, but he announced his decision formally on Friday. This comes days after the case was referred to him by a U.S. Security Review panel. In a written statement, he said the takeover would have placed a major steel producer under foreign control, creating a risk to critical supply chains. U.S. Steel said in a joint statement that there was no evidence of a national security threat, describing the decision as political.